Welcome, DIKWP, 小工 aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever felt like you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole? That's kind of what we're dealing with here. The age-old question, what concept is an instance? And its flip side, what instance is a concept? Sounds simple, right? But it's a deep structural puzzle about how our minds actually work. So, where does this mess come from? Philosophers have been wrestling with this for centuries. Think Plato versus Aristotle. Do universal ideas like dog exist out there? Or are they just patterns in our heads based on seeing lots of specific dogs? Kant said, we need both raw experience and our mental categories to make sense of anything. Wittgenstein, super clever, said concepts like game don't have one single essence. They are more like family resemblance. Think chess, poker, football. They overlap in different ways. No single thread runs through all of them, and Heidegger. He argued we first engage with things practically using a hammer. Only later do we step back and say, ah, this is a hammer, a tool for driving nails. So the philosophical roots show us this isn't just semantics, it's about being and knowing. Okay, so why is mapping concepts to instances so darn tricky? Well, abstraction is the culprit. To get a concept like bird, we take tons of specific birds, notice some similarities, and generalize. Great for efficiency, but the cost? We throw away tons of details. A map is useful, but it's not the territory itself. And because we generalize, one concept often maps to many instances. A dog is a mammal, a pet, maybe a guide animal. Lots of labels. Conversely, one instance can fit multiple concepts. Plus, boundaries get fuzzy. Is penguin a bird? Is art? There's no perfect, universally agreed upon rule. It's inherently messy, multi to multi, and often impossible to perfectly validate. Now, let's bring in Professor Duan Yukon's framework. He uses DIKWP data, information, knowledge, wisdom, purpose to map how we process reality. Crucially, he distinguishes between the concept space our words and symbols and the semantic space the actual meaning network in our brain. These two don't always align. When a new instance data comes in and doesn't fit neatly into our existing concepts, it creates a semantic tension, a bug. This tension isn't bad. It's what triggers deeper processing, awareness, even consciousness. Progress happens when we resolve this tension, creating a minimal semantic closure, finding a new concept, or adjusting old ones to explain the discrepancy, like inventing zero to handle nothingness. So, why should you care about this seemingly abstract problem? Because it hits at the heart of how we think, learn, and even build AI. It shows the limits of language and logic in capturing reality. Even our most advanced AI struggles with this reflexive mapping understanding that a concept applies to an instance, and vice versa, in a flexible human-like way. Recognizing this gap isn't just academic, it pushes us towards better AI, deeper understanding of our own cognition, and acknowledges the inherent dynamism and sometimes the unsolvable nature of how meaning truly works. It's a fascinating, ongoing puzzle.